My name is Morgan Collins, and I believe that cross-racial relationships are possible and valuable. So unlike Jenny and Jenna, I went to a high school that was predominantly white. All of my guy friends are white, all of my girlfriends are white. So the only really chance I had to make a connection with people who were unlike me were through international students. And although I didn't get to know all of them, I did form a couple really good bonds. Even though the relationships aren't present in my life anymore, they really had an impact on me. So I got to learn all about how schooling life and family life are so unlike the typical ones in America. And it really made me appreciate the chance to go to basketball practice or be involved in extracurriculars because they didn't get a chance to do that. And even just being with my family every night and having dinner with them, I just appreciate it so much more now because I know that in some countries that's not normal and that's not typical. So before college, I didn't really have a chance to make really strong bonds with people who have a different race than I do. But recently my aunt adopted 3 babies. They're all from Milwaukee, but 2 of them are black and 1 of them is Latino. So a couple summers ago, when Cora, who is black, was about 1 year old, she came and stayed with my family and I took her swimming. And as we were leaving and I was walking back to the car, I had her in my hands and the lady comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, she's so cute. Is she your daughter?" And I'm like, "Oh no, she's my cousin. She's staying with my family for the weekend." She's like, "Oh, that's awesome." She starts pulling her hair, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, her hair is so curly." And I'm like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "Oh, is she from Africa?" And I was like, "No, she's from Milwaukee." And she just kind of looked unamused at that point and walked away. And I thought it was so shocking that she could come, well obviously anyone can come up to me and tell me how cute she is or ask questions about her. That doesn't bother me, but just to blatantly ask if she's from Africa because she looks nothing like me, that she would have to be from another country, insinuating that she would be foreign. It was just, the whole interaction just left me really shocked. And even being out with the other 2 in public places, I get so many strange looks, why does this girl have these colored babies with her, where did she get them? It's just the looks I get it in the comments is just amazing. And at first when I saw this assignment, I thought of my cousins, and I really had to think about how these young kids changed my life because they're only 3 years old and they can't really talk yet, and obviously you can't have a good conversation with them yet, but they have impacted my life so much. So they make me think about how I view people and how some people don't have the knowledge or the education to approach someone who is a different race than my own and ask the appropriate questions or what is right or what is wrong. And I know that there's a fine line between right and wrong, but they have just opened my mind so much about how people can be different and how it doesn't matter if they're different. I still love them the same. They still love me the same. They still make me laugh. They still make me angry. They're people. Everyone's a person and everyone has the same capabilities.